Hello. Today we're going to be talking about least common multiple. Hold on, I need to make sure I have a brush. The least common multiple is the number that is the lowest number that is a multiple of two given numbers. So for this problem, it would be the lowest multiple between 12 and 18. A multiple is just a number is just a number that you can get by multiplying, say, 12 by some other number. So for example, if we did 12 times 2 and got 24, we know that 24 is a multiple of 12. In order to do this successfully, we're going to need to be masters of prime factorization. So if you haven't done prime factorization yet on today's list of skills, go ahead, pause this, do that now. Good. Let's take a look at this question. We want to know the least common multiple of 12 and 18. In order to do that, we are going to find the prime factorization of both of those numbers. Let's start with 12. I know that 12 is 3 times 4. 3 is a prime number, so I'm going to circle it. And 4 is just 2 times 2. These are prime. And so our prime factorization of 12 is 3 times 2 times 2. 18 is actually surprisingly similar. Let's do 2 and 9. 2 is prime. 9 is just 3 times 3. Both of these are prime. So the prime factorization of 18 is 2 times 3 times 3. Now, you can think of each of these numbers as ingredients. And so when we find the least common multiple, we need to make sure we have enough ingredients in that number to make both 12 and 18. So our least common multiple, needs to have, for example, for 12, it needs to have a 3, a 2, and another 2 as some of its ingredients, sorry. We also need to make sure we have enough ingredients to make 18 if we wanted to. 18 needs 1 2, which we've got, check, and 2 3s. Well, we have 1 3 already, that's taken care of from over here, but we're missing a 3, so we're just going to add in 1 more 3. From this set of ingredients, we can make both 12 and 18. 12 is 3 times 2 times 2, and 18 is 2 times 2 times 3. So what do we get when we multiply these all together? 3 times 2 is 6, times 2 is 12, times 3 is 36. So the least common multiple of 12 and 18 is 36. Now, you might be tempted to solve these problems by going, okay, multiples of 12 are going to be 12, and 12 times 2 is 24, and 12 times 3 is 36, and 12 times 4 is 48, and 18. 18 times 1 is 18, 18 times 2 is 36. Oh, I have a match. You can solve problems this way, but eventually you're going to be asked questions that tell you to find the least common multiple between really big numbers, and that's going to be useless. Stick to learning this method. Let's take a look at 2 more practice problems. The least common multiple of 6 and 12. Let's find our prime factorization. 6 is just 2 and 3, both of those are prime, so we're good. That's 2 times 3. 12, as we know from before, which is right up here, is 3 times 2 times 2. So our least common multiple needs to have enough ingredients to make both 6 and 12. So let's start by writing out 6. 2 times 3. Well, 12, we need 1 3, which we've got, and we need 2 2's. We've got 1 2, but we're missing 1, so we need to add another 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. So the least common multiple of 6 and 12 is 12. Let's try 4 and 10. Prime factorization of 4 is just 2 times 2. The prime factorization of 10 we know is 2 times 5. So let's do our least common multiple equals, let's start with 4. We're going to do 2 times 2. So I have enough ingredients to make 4. Do I have enough to make 10? Well, 10 needs 1 2. Check. And it needs a 5, which I don't have. So I'm going to toss that into my mixing bowl. And now I can make 4 if I want to by using 2 times 2. Or I could make 5 if I want, or 10 if I want to, I'm sorry, by doing 2 times 5. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Good luck.